Today is the day. I'm finally doing it. I am finally going to be ranking all 15 of my Sol de Janeiro fragrance mists. I decided to only rank the ones that you can currently purchase right now. So some of the older limited edition ones I'm not going to be doing, but I do have 15 mists to rank here. I love Sol de Janeiro. They are one of my favorite brands behind Bath & Body Works. I've loved them since day one when they just came out with their Boom Boom cream. I remember it clear as day, and I've been buying their scents ever since. Every single one of their launches I have purchased myself. We have a lot to go over here. If you want my honest thoughts on 15 of their current body mists, let's go ahead and get into it. So starting on the bottom, my least favorite scent from Sol de Janeiro, number 15. This is Danza Mystica. This was part of their new summer collection this year, and it's definitely, I would say, very different for Sol de Janeiro. This is kind of their first sandalwood heavy fragrance, and it just so happens that sandalwood is just a note that I don't really get along with. I'm not a huge fan of super woody scents like this, but if you gravitate towards scents like Le Labo Santal 33 or like Billie Eilish number 2, you will probably really like this one. It's not the worst sandalwood scent ever, and I definitely don't hate this, but it's definitely not one I really want to wear or want to gravitate towards. It has notes of purple fig, warm vanilla, and sandalwood. Fig is another note that I either love or hate, and for me, this is just, it's not the one for me. It is my least favorite of the bunch, but props to Sol de Janeiro for kind of branching out of the fun kind of summer beachy scents and trying something different, because I feel like a lot of people will still like this one. All right, number 14. This is called After Hours when it first came out, but it actually is a permanent scent. Its name now is 76 since they're trying to do numbers for most of their permanent line, and this one did start out limited edition. I ranked this one lower because it's not my favorite for Sol de Janeiro. Again, this is a little bit out of the box for them. It's not the typical scent that you would get from this brand. It is very, I would say, perfumey in my opinion. It's very much very sexy, night out, and it reminds me a lot of YSL Black Opium, and I like that scent. But just for the brand, I just don't think this would rank in the top for me. It doesn't really fit that kind of fun, gourmand, or tropical summer vibe that I get from the brand. But it's not bad, but it's not my favorite. I probably wouldn't repurchase it again. It has Midnight Jasmine and Amberwoods. I've had this since it launched, and as you can see, I really haven't used much of it, because if I'm going to go for the scent profile, I'm going to just go for YSL Black Opium. But it's definitely along those similar lines where you get the deep rich fruits, but you're also getting something intoxicating with the different woods and darker vanillas that are in here. Okay, number 13. This one launched last summer, and I am including this launch even though it was limited edition. It's not at Sephora anymore, but these are still for sale on Amazon, so I thought I would go ahead and include it, and it is for sale by the original Sol de Janeiro Amazon page, so it's legit. This is their Summer Amore, and a lot of people actually compared this to the original 62, which I thought was really interesting, and I can kind of see that a little bit, but I also get a lot more florals out of this one. It's definitely a little more perfumey again, and something different for the brand, so kind of a little more deep and mysterious like After Hours is. But I see what people are saying, because I do get a little bit of the 62 DNA in here from the like salted caramel pistachio, but this one is just like a more, I would say, grown-up version, more heavier floral version of that, the night out vibe. But I totally see what people are saying with that one now, because I do get that a little bit, but it just was never a favorite for me. Again, I'm not a huge fan of the deeper Sol de Janeiro mist, as you could tell. Also in that same collection, number 12 is the Karaoka Crush from them, and this would have been higher up, but there is a note in here that just does not sit well on my skin. It has notes of crisp pear, pink violet, and white cedarwood, and the cedarwood in here turns really musty on me, and it sucks because I get the most delicious juicy fruit opening, and it would have definitely been in the top if it did not dry down to this weird musty, I don't want to call it like mothball, but that's almost like what I get from this in a way. And I feel like it's just my skin chemistry does not like the cedarwood note. but I feel like if they left that out and just had this really juicy fruity scent, that would be definitely more my vibes, more the Sol de Janeiro brand. So I didn't really love this one. The dry down just really is not it for me. All right, number 11, and I really hate putting this one here, but as far as the fragrance mist goes, it does rank lower for number 40, which is sad because I really like this scent. But this scent, for some reason, I have bought 3 bottles of this now, and this scent goes bad like so fast. Or not necessarily bad, but the scent changes within a year of owning it every single time. I noticed it the first time, so I bought another one, and then this one started doing it too. So again, I went out and bought another one, and there's definitely a difference. I don't know why when this sits for a while, it starts turning really musty and weird when it starts out as this gorgeous deep plum vanilla. And I have to say, like, the body care in this scent, I always repurchase. It's at the top of my list. I always have the scrub and the shower gel in my shower, and the body care in this smells incredible. So I wish that the fragrance itself kind of held up better and kept that same quality. But oh my gosh, try the body care in this scent because you will not be disappointed. It's so sweet and yummy. So let me know if you guys experience this as well. But when it starts changing, I really don't like the scent at all. But when it's like new, it's definitely at the top. But the body care stays on top. That stuff is good. This one has notes of black amber plum, vanilla woods, and jasmine blooms. If you guys like scents like Seven Virtues Vanilla Woods, I think you'll really like this one. And I'm not usually a big fan of vanilla woods because sometimes it smells like a little cigarette smoke to me, but this one adds in this juicy plum that I think like perfects it, and I really like the scent in general. But yeah, it has to rank lower in the fragrance mist. Number 10 is the new summer Flor Mystica. This one I think is fun. I love that they did the marble lids for this collection. This is a really pretty, I would say, tropical floral. It does give a little bit of sunscreen vibe, so it's kind of in the same realms of the Rio Radiance a little bit, but slightly a little more sweet florals. So this has notes of orange blossom, flamingo flower, and golden musk. I think it's pretty, but I had to rank Rio Radiance a little more up there. But it is nice if you like those kind of summer by the pool, but getting in some floral notes in there. It is a really pretty scent. Number 9 is gonna go to the 68 actually. So this one is called Bea Flor in the body cream. And I think this one's okay. I feel like this one definitely gets a lot of hype, and sometimes I do think it is a little overhyped because this to me is like kind of a watered down Baccarat Rouge scent DNA, which we just get this DNA so much, but I just don't think this one's as good. It leans a little more floral, less sugary sweet in my opinion, and I do find this mist does change really quick too, like the 40 does. This one is supposed to be their jasmine and pink dragon fruit scent, so it is a little slightly fruity, a little creamy, also floral as well. But yeah, it's definitely a Baccarat Rouge kind of replica, but I don't think it's quite as good. So that's why I ranked it kind of, it's like middle, but middle lower tier. Number 8, this was from last year's summer collection. This is the Beaos Doul, and this was a really good coconut scent from them, but I did rank another coconut one that's a little bit higher in the rankings, but this one was nice. I did like it. I just kind of put it in the middle because it's not like a super unique scent in my opinion. Whereas the others I feel like are a little bit more unique on their own. This one has peach skin, coconut milk, and frangipani petals. And it's really pretty. It's definitely a really nice coconut milk kind of skin scent. I like it. It's not too sweet, but it's just enough that I feel like it works for pretty much every day. So overall, this is a nice coconut scent, but it's not in my top of all time. Number 7, this is one of their, again, new ones this year, and this was probably my favorite of the new summer releases. This is Aqua Mystica. And this one, again, it's a little different for them, but I really like this one. This one is really sweet, like I would say tangerine, clementine, very, very juicy and yummy, but it's a little bit tart and tangy as well. It is so beautiful. I've been loving those kind of clementine, tangerine scents, very fresh for summer and spring. This one has neroli water, tangerine, and salty skin accord. It is so good and definitely one of my favorites. It's so photorealistic, like you're literally eating a tangerine. Number 6 is going to Rio Radiance. This one does have a new number name, so let me look that up actually. Okay, this one is 87. So it seems like when they start out limited edition, they have a name, and then once they come permanent, they get like a number in their collection. But Rio Radiance, this is just the ultimate summer sunscreen kind of scent. It is so good. I really like it. So I even bought the sunscreen. They have an actual sunscreen spray in this. They have like a sunscreen body oil in this, which I think is so smart. This is such a nice, just like summer by the pool, by the beach type of scent. Not necessarily really sweet at all. It's definitely a little more sun-kissed by the pool, a little more floral, but you definitely smell like a sunscreen vibe from this. But overall, it's a good one. It's a classic. I had to rank it near the top. Number 5 is actually the re-released Coco Cabana. So this is number 39 now, which this is still limited edition, so I'm surprised it did get a number. But yeah, this used to be called Coco Cabana back in the day. This was like, I think the second or third scent that Sol de Janeiro ever put out. They had their original 62, then they had like a acai one, and then they also had Coco Cabana, but this one did get discontinued because it was very hit or miss, because it kind of has a strong buttery note to it. It's a very gourmand coconut, so I am such a gourmand lover. I love my sweet scents, so that's why I ranked it higher than the Beaos Doul, because this is definitely a very much more sweet, buttery, dessert, toasted coconut. Now I will say, I do think they took out a little bit of the buttery note of this one, and I don't think it is as gourmand or as super heavy buttered popcorn as it used to be when it first came out. I think they toned it down a little bit, which would make sense because that was like their number one complaint, but it's definitely not spot on to how it used to be, because the original was definitely a lot more gourmand. But don't get me wrong, this is still very sweet, very toasted, creamy coconut, and I personally, I love it. I'm glad they brought it back for a little bit. I'm curious to see if it ever does get a permanent spot, but it still seems like it is a very hit or miss scent. The notes include coconut cream, tropical orchid, and toasted praline. Okay, number 4 is actually this one right here. This is number 48. This used to be called Bikini Season. It released 3 summers ago, and it was such a favorite for me. Like, I was so sad when this left. I wanted them to bring it back so bad, and when I found out that they brought it back permanently, I think last year is when they brought it back, I was so pleased, because this is one of my favorite fruity tropical scents. It is so good. I think it's exclusive to Ulta now, but this one also has a little bit, I feel like, of a coconut vibe to it, but there's definitely some yummy fruits in here as well, and like some different musks going on. This has notes of fresh guava nectar, sunlit orchid, and sensuous pink musk. I do love a musk note. I feel like it just kind of really works for making a good skin kind of scent, but I love this one. It is so pretty. The guava definitely stands out, and it is delish. So if you haven't tried 48 or Bikini Season yet, definitely pick this one up because it's in my top 5. Number 3, I had to give to the OG, the 62. This was the original scent that they had, that they started with, and they just have made this huge brand for themselves from this scent. At the time, this was a game changer. There was no scent like this on the market. Brands weren't really coming out with gourmand scents like this. It just wasn't that popular. Only like Bath and Body Works would be doing it from time to time, but it was rare that you would find a yummy gourmand scent at like Sephora, and it did so well that now there is a million dupes of this, because it was such an original, just yummy scent. I'm kind of sad to see that it's kind of got a little bit annoying now, since there is so many dupes of this out there now, but I'll always have love for the original. Love the original Boom Boom Cream as well. It's that yummy pistachio and salted caramel. I feel like it's gourmand without being like too edible, and it's not too heavy, so you can definitely wear it for the summertime. Sol de Janeiro always reminds me of summer. So number 3 goes to 62. I would love to put this at number 1 just because it is iconic, but there is 2 scents that I love even more than 62. So These have the big bottles because I love them so much. Number 2 is number 59. This is Delisia Drench. At first when this came out, I was like, whoa, this is not what I expected. But it has just become such a love for me. I can't get enough. This is another one that gives you a little gourmand flavor, but it's not fully gourmand, so it works for many people. So it's not gonna smell like an ultimate sweet vanilla cake or anything like that. It's actually a gorgeous floral vanilla, but it's very sweet, airy, and sugary. This one smells like violets drenched in vanilla frosting is my best description of this one. I love it so much. I have the body butter. I use the shower oil on a regular basis. I've probably gone through like 5 of those and they're not cheap, but I just love the scent so much. The notes include vanilla, orchid, sugared violet, and sheer sandalwood. I know it has the sandalwood note, but I'm telling you, it's not noticeable like it is in the Aqua Mystica one. I really don't see how anyone could not enjoy number 59. I feel like it's such an easy scent to wear for every day. Again, it's not too sweet, but it's just enough that it works for anyone, any age. It is gorgeous. And that leaves number 1. Comment below which one you think it is. Which one have I not talked about yet? And as a gourmand lover, this one's pretty obvious. But this one is very polarizing. Number 1 for me is 71. Now I know it doesn't look like I've used a lot. It's because I recently upgraded to a big bottle. I was scared that this was gonna be gone. For a while it was so hard to get. I was like, why does this not come in a big bottle like all the other scents I was not seeing at Sephora? And then finally they released a big bottle. They also came out with it in a body cream as well, I think last year. I don't know if they still sell that, but 71. Again, this came out and was this ultimate delicious gourmand scent at the time when no brands were doing gourmands, and this was pretty early in the Sol de Janeiro lineup. Like, I think it was after the coconut. This one was definitely a love it or hate it because it is a very photorealistic gourmand. Like, it literally smells like a treat. I pair this with so many different scents. I know for a long time I was pairing this with Philosophy Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere. I love pairing it with Bath & Body Works Christmas cookies, or Merry Cookie as they call it now. Just all the gourmands this goes so well with, and I don't know what they did, but they really nailed this scent where for me, sometimes like when stuff is really sickly sweet, I just can't do it. I don't want it to smell like super artificial, anything like that. This smells so realistic. It's an icon. It's number 1 for me. One of the best gourmands of all time, and one of the best you can find at Sephora for sure. So my number 1 is definitely 71, but yeah, you have to like sweet scents to like this, because if you don't, like, this is definitely not for you because it's very polarizing. That is going to conclude my Sol de Janeiro ranking. I hope you guys enjoyed. I've had this on my to-do list for so long, so I'm so happy that we were able to do this together. I will have the links for all of these in the description box, and if they're on YouTube shopping, I will have them there as well. I'll link all of them, even the ones that aren't my fave, just because they don't work for me. They might work for you. We might have different preferences, but at the end of the day, I'm always a gourmand lover at heart. But thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely stay tuned and subscribe if you're not already, because I have some more exciting rankings coming. I love talking about fragrance on this channel, and a little makeup sprinkled in there as well. But I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.